Hey everyone, welcome back to the horror show. I'm Cecil Laird.
And I'm Susie Von Slaughter.
And we are back doing the spoiler review of Ouija.
Yeah.
So I know, Susie, you enjoyed this one, the spoiler parts of it, so why don't you tell everyone what you're talking about?
Okay. So, like we had said before, they find out that who they're speaking to isn't actually their friend. It turns out to be a little girl, because when you look through the planchette, you can see who you're talking to. And they see this little girl and her mouth is sewn shut, and they see this mother is like coming after them. So they're like, oh my God, like, why is this happening? And so then they find...
And that was actually a cool effect, by the way.
That is something I really liked.
Looking through the planchette to see that, and then you see the little girl, and then you see the mom like rushing at, and then when they look, the mom is like rushing at them, and when you move it, she disappears. So it's like that. Ooh, are we safe or no?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I did enjoy that. I thought that was a really good effect.
Device, yeah.
Yes. And so then what happens is they find news articles, of course. That's another thing. It's like, oh, they go to the library and they find the news articles. And they find out that the sister had gone missing and the mother was killed, and the only survivor was the sister. So they find her name, find out where she is. She got sent off immediately to an insane asylum in that town, and she had been there ever since. So the girl, she goes to her and she asks her, like, what happened? The girl went missing, and why did you kill your mother? And she says that her mother was actually obsessed with ghosts and spirits and talking to them, communicating with him, that she actually used her daughter as a gateway for them to speak to the dead. But the problem is that she got so good at it, she couldn't shut it off. So she was constantly, these spirits were coming through her and speaking to the mother, and she couldn't handle it anymore. So the mother sewed her mouth shut, and
perfectly reasonable.
Yeah, totally. I do that to my kids; they can shut up.
Yeah.
So she says that she killed her, and mind you, this entire time their friends are dying. The friends are dying, so they're like, this has to be stopped. And she thinks she tells her, my mother is killing your friends, and the only way that you can get it to stop is that you have to find the body that's in the house, find her altar, it's somewhere in the house. She tells her exactly where, and you have to cut open her mouth so that she's able to speak and release the spirits to get rid of the mother. And so they're like, okay. So mind you, again, this bitch who started this whole thing and her sister are like basically the survivors of this. All their other friends are dead, and they're the ones who told them, like, this is a bad idea in the first place.
Right.
Like, we need to stop this. And they're the ones who end up dying. So,
Naturally.
the stupid bitches, man. So anyway, so they go to the house. They find her body on an altar. They open the stitches in her mouth. They cut it open. And you see her scream. Oh, the mother is coming. They open, she's coming, and they open her mouth and she screams, and then the mother is gone. Like, and you just see, I thought that was kind of a cool effect too. And she just
like the sound waves.
The sound waves killed her, and then she had a shadow like on the wall, like this.
Her like a Bugs Bunny cartoon.
Yeah, exactly. So it was just like imprinted onto the wall, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah, but then they do something that's actually, if you guys have watched our review of The Haunting of Helena, they do something similar where they actually pull a twist on you.
But then they're still dying, and things are they're like, what the hell's going on? No, we did everything you said. And they go back to the girl, to the sister, who's now an old woman, who is actually was the medium in...
Oh, yes, in Insidious movies, yes.
Yes, she plays the sister who is in the insane asylum. So the girl goes back to her and she said, what's happening? Like, my friends are still dying. Like, what... I'm sorry?
Her name's Lynn Shay.
Lynn Shay, yes. She's like, we did everything that you said. Why are my friends still dying? And it turns out she tricked her because she was hearing all the voices. Her sister had promised her that she'd make the voices stop. The one who had her mouth sewn shut, if she would get someone to release her. And so she actually tricked them. So now what it turns out to be is that the girl was actually... the demonic, like, she's the bad
The little
person.
girl is
the little one. The
bad
mother
one.
was actually trying to protect.
Trying to stop everyone from contact and getting to the point of releasing her and cutting the stitches and stuff.
Right. So now she's like uber fucked up. Like, stupid bitches, man. That's what I'm saying. So anyway, so the Ouija board and the girl were connected, and the only way to make it stop is that she had to destroy the Ouija board and the body. the sister is in there trying to get the altar. The demon's like holding onto her arm and like almost breaking her arm, and you see the eyes go white, the glass go white. She's about to possess her, and then all of a sudden, the friend who hung herself in the very beginning of the movie, the whole reason why they were there, shows up and she saves her, and the sister takes the body, you see, and throws it into the fireplace.
All's good.
And at the end, then. Yeah,
finally.
Again, like the first time when you think the movie's over, you're like, oh, that kind of sucks. And then it's actually still going. You're like, oh, maybe there's still hope. And then it's
still just like, oh, okay, that was easy. We've seen that before.
Exactly.
I mean, there've been probably 40 episodes of Supernatural that did the exact same sort of thing.
So
it's nothing new. That's the problem with it. But there were, at least it was a little bit more interesting. They tried to pull the twist similar to Haunting of Helena, where it ended up not the ghost they were trying to stop was actually the ghost stopping the bad thing. Right. So that's at least a somewhat interesting twist if you hadn't already seen it in a different movie.
Yeah.
But there you go. That's probably good enough for the spoiler review of Ouija, you guys. Make sure you check us out on social media. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
Also head over to our website at www.thehorrorshowchannel.com.
And in the comments below, you guys, why don't you let us know of a horror movie that got built up or that came out that just ended up really disappointing you. Unfortunately, like this one sort of disappointed us.
Yeah. Like I said, you're cleaning, put it on. It's good for that. But don't expect anything.
Don't expect anything super huge. So thanks again for watching, you guys. But remember, stay scared.